following segment is sponsored by Eastern Title and Settlement and the Mortgage Link. It's no secret that home ownership is expensive, but there are tax benefits to provide some relief. Joining us now to teach us more are Josh Green, the president of Eastern Title and Settlement, Josie Bullitt with Long and Foster Real Estate, along with Carrie Reel from the Mortgage Link, who also has our deal of the day. Welcome to Great Day Washington, Josie, and welcome back, gentlemen. Great to see you. Yeah, we'd love to hear that deal of the day.
Yeah, let's focus on our first-time home buyers. There's a lot of money out there available for those that are purchasing properties. Residents of the District of Columbia, you've got access to about $202,000 plus an additional $4,000 in closing costs. There's some requirements, so give me a call and see if that's something you can take advantage of. And in the state of Maryland, up to about $50,000. And these funds, they do go away, so if you're interested in purchasing, give me a call. I'll let you know whether or not you qualify for those. And then we've got our QR code for anybody that owns a property. Click on the QR code, put your information in there. It'll share the value of your property. And also, if you're purchasing, you can do the same thing. We can help you out with finding some properties that you might be of interest in.
All right, fantastic. We will share that QR code later on, but yes, take advantage of that for sure. Thank you. Yeah. Josie, let's talk about the mortgage interest deductions. That's a big thing. Who actually benefits from that?
Yes, great question. Let's do it. I mean, when it comes to purchasing, so as that buyer, obviously you're paying a mortgage, right? But a lot of that is interest, especially in the early years of the loan. That interest that you're paying is tax deductible, and you can use that to reduce your taxable income. So that's a big one that a lot of home buyers definitely should be taking advantage of.
And the thing is if you're renting, you're not getting any of that.
Right.
But your rental payments are what, $3,000 in Montgomery County, easy. You can go get a house for that.
Yeah.
Going to someone else too. So
That's right. So if you're thinking about buying, don't wait. Start
Buy now,
taking
get off the
advantage.
fence.
Yes, get off the fence. What about property taxes? That can be a major expense. Talk
yeah,
about that.
especially in this area. Obviously in the DMV, housing prices tend to be on the higher side, but that property tax that you pay yearly is also can be contributed to a tax deduction. So definitely something to include when you are filing your taxes. Obviously, we just had tax day yesterday.
Right. Yep.
Maybe you filed for an extension, or maybe you're an early planner and you're going to start doing 2026. This is something that you absolutely should be aware of.
Yeah. Carrie, as a mortgage lender, talk about some of the factors and the benefits with those interest deductions and their overall buying strategy.
Well, first of all, you have to own a property. Some of these deductions we're talking about apply to primary residences. They are limited up to a certain loan amount. Some of those are going to change. Same with the property taxes. But in order to take advantage of them, you need to own a property. So for those renters that are out there that don't really fully understand some of the benefits of home ownership, give us a phone call. We'll share with you what a mortgage payment will look like, how much of that you might be able to deduct. And at the end of the day, it'd be nice to get a check back from the IRS when
Sure
you're filing
would.
returns, or to owe less money. So,
Of course. Yeah. All right.
Or if you're looking for an investment and you have an investment property and you want to sell it, you can go and do a 1031 exchange, and you have to pay any taxes on the gains, and you get to reinvest that into another investment property tax-free.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Great
huge.
benefit there. And when it comes to closing, are there any tax documents that are important to kind of save and keep that people
I would
should
always
keep in
keep
mind?
your CD or your HUD or your Alta statement that has all your expenses, and your accountant's going to ask you for it. You know how many times we get a phone call from somebody, hey, can I get my CD? You should have those with your documents. But they're asking for them like 3 years ago. I'm like, are you that far behind on your taxes? You know, like you should have these every year.
Okay.
Every time you go to settlement, you should keep that. That's what your accountant's going to ask for, and that's what they're going to use to write off your taxes.
Okay, great tip there. As we wrap up here, Josie, let's talk about capital gains exclusions. That sounds like a big advantage as well.
Yeah, huge. A big wealth building tool, especially from the seller side. I know we talked a lot about buyers, but from the seller side, when it comes to the profit and what you're making off of that sale, I believe if you're filing single, it's $250,000, but if you're filing married, it's $500,000 that you can use towards a reduction, and that's tax-free profit. So again, a big wealth building tool that you should be taking advantage of if you have sold a property, in the last year.
All right. Thank you so much. This was really great information. We appreciate you being here. We're going to have another look at the deal of the day. For more, the number to call is 301-996-7432 or visit themortgagelink.com. And you can also scan the QR code on your screen right now to see the value of your property. And be sure to follow the Real Estate Top Performers on YouTube to get more advice on buying and selling a home in today's market.